this tutorial video in biology under this, the brain. So today we want to talk about the brain, the function of the brain and the parts of the brain, what you must know. So check out about the brain. When you check this human brain, like my brain here, the human brain, so the brain, it has got three regions. When you talk about the brain, it has got how many regions? Three. Okay, there's a first region, it is called the forebrain. So the brain has got three regions. We have the forebrain, we have what we call the midbrain, and the last one, it is called the hindbrain. So the brain, it has got three major regions: the forebrain, the midbrain, and the hindbrain. What type of parts do you find in the forebrain? In the forebrain and the midbrain and the hindbrain. The midbrain, we just find the optic lobe. The hindbrain, what do you find? We find the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. Okay, we also find the cerebellum like this. Then when you talk about the forebrain, here you find what we call the cerebrum, we find the pituitary gland, we find the hypothalamus. Okay, here we find a lot. We find what we call the olfactory what? Lobe. Okay, so all these, they are found. These are called the regions of the brain. So, as we are going to explain about these regions, I want you as a quick one to understand this function. What are the functions of these? So when you draw a brain, I don't know if this is a brain. If you draw a brain, don't worry, my drawing. This is what we call the brain. Don't worry about my drawing. This is what we call the brain. So, as we talk about the brain, let's see. This, it is what we call the spinal cord. The spinal cord. This one that looks like a giggle, they can keep one. This, it is called the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata, like this. Are you seeing that? Here, this is called the cerebellum. The cerebellum, okay. Then this, the big part of the brain, it is called the cerebrum. Then here inside, we find what we call the hypothalamus. Then this, it is called the pituitary what? Gland. So let's check about the function of these. Now I want you to pay attention as we talk about the functions. The medulla oblongata. Why do people say the medulla oblongata is not working? No, it's not like that. The function of the medulla oblongata is to control automatic responses. Automatic what? Responses. So you say the medulla oblongata controls automatic responses of the body, such as sneezing, it is controlled by the medulla oblongata. Coughing, it is controlled by the medulla oblongata. Heart rate, okay, heart rate is controlled by the medulla oblongata. We have what we call the breath rate. It is also controlled by the medulla oblongata. So this is very simple. You say the medulla oblongata is responsible in what? Automatic responses. Swallowing, sneezing, coughing, heart rate, and breath rate. These are the functions of the medulla oblongata. When we go to the cerebellum, this is the part of the brain that is responsible to help the coordination of movement. Okay, the coordinated movement or the coordination of movement. It also helps in body posture and balance. Posture and balance. So it helps in movement and the body posture, how I'm standing, okay, the body posture and what? And balance. I want you to pay attention. If a person is hit by a stone on the head, a person starts staggering, which part of the brain has been affected? The one that controls the balance and posture, which is called the what? The cerebellum. Then when you talk about the cerebrum, it is a part of the brain which controls, or it is said to be the center of thinking. This is the center of thinking. It also controls memory, also for consciousness, okay? For consciousness, language. The language that you know, for you to master the language or English, it is controlled by the part of the brain which is called the cerebrum. So the cerebrum, you say it is responsible for thinking, memory, consciousness, and language. When you are sleeping, it is not your entire brain that is sleeping. No. Don't forget, the medulla oblongata, it controls breath rate and heart rate. So if you say you are sleeping, the whole brain sleeps. No. There are parts. The medulla oblongata, it controls the heart rate, sneezing. Have you seen that? So when a person who is sleeping, resting, the cerebrum, which controls the consciousness, it is working now. If someone has hit your head, by mistake, if he has touched this part of the brain, the cerebrum, you can get unconscious because it is responsible for consciousness and unconsciousness. You're following. I love how you're following. Let's go to the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus, you say, it is a part of the brain that is responsible. It helps in the regulation of the body temperature. It is also called to be the center of homeostasis. It is referred to be the center of homeostasis. It controls hunger, it controls thirst, it also controls thermoregulation. So the hypothalamus, it controls hunger, it controls thirst, it controls thermoregulation. This is what you need to know about the hypothalamus, which is found here located. Then the last one, the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland, it is called the master gland. Master gland. Why is it called the master gland? Because the pituitary gland, it is called a master gland. It helps other endocrine organs to produce hormones that will function. So you say the pituitary gland, it is called the master gland because it helps other organs to function by producing hormones such as the antidiuretic hormone, the adrenocorticotropic stimulating hormone. You also have the growth hormone. For a person to grow, the growth hormone. You also have what we call the luteinizing hormone. So all these hormones produced by the pituitary gland, they make other endocrine glands or the organs of the body to function. It is called the master gland. All right, thank you for watching. So in a summary, we said we have the medulla oblongata. This looks like a giggle here. The medulla oblongata, what's the function? It controls automatic responses of the body, such as sneezing, breathing, coughing. Yeah, I get it. Then the cerebrum, it looks like a flower. The function of this, the cerebellum, is to control the coordination of movement in the body, such as posture, balance, dancing. It is responsible for that. The other one is the cerebrum. This is the biggest part of the brain. Okay, it is a center of thinking, the center of memory, consciousness, and language. We have also talked about the what? Hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, it is called to be the center of homeostasis. It controls hunger and thirsty. And the last one, the pituitary gland, which is called the master hormone. Alright, thank you for watching about the brain. This is a professor. Make sure subscribe to that YouTube channel. See you. Bye-bye.